Well, it's difficult to say that any one part of your overall application is more important than any other part. Showing each school that you understand what they offer and what their school culture is like is vitally important. But how do you do that? First, let's address why it's even important to demonstrate interest. One reason is that the schools are looking not only to fill seats in a classroom, but to build a community. So it matters to them that students they accept are enthusiastic about being there and committed to being active and engaged members of the class. Another reason is that the schools care about yield, that is, how many applicants they accept and how many actually choose to attend. As the admissions team reads your application, they're not just determining if you're qualified, but also if you are likely to attend once accepted. Now, let me give you a few examples of what not to do to demonstrate interest. In your essays, don't try to prove that you've done basic research. The schools will assume you've done that. Instead, explain to these schools how those facts are relevant to your experience. In other words, don't tell them how many international students they have. Try to tell them how the school's international programs will better facilitate your educational outcomes. Along similar lines, don't tell your program what they already know. A sentence like, I want to go to Berkeley because it's located in the heart of Silicon Valley, is not teaching the school anything about you or frankly about themselves, since they already know where they are located. Once again, explain to the school how that location is relevant to you and your goals. Finally, the last piece of advice about what not to do is if you attend an event or visit the school, don't try too hard to stand out. Of course, you want to be polite, engaged, and interested, but don't be that applicant who dominates the conversation, asks an excessive number of questions, cites their credential publicly, or takes up all the time when an admissions officer is just asking for questions. You aren't revealing your interest, you are getting on their nerves. So, what should you do to demonstrate interest in your target school? Learn about the schools, read our insider's guides, visit the school's websites, attend an information session, visit the school if possible, reach out to students and alumni, use club websites, LinkedIn, or your own network to make those connections. As you do your research, be sure to be able to answer these 3 questions. These are not questions that they're going to necessarily ask you in an interview, but just questions we put together to help our applicants do their research. How will the school's academic and professional offerings, like classes and clubs, help you achieve your goals? How will you benefit from and contribute to the school's non-academic professional offerings? How is the atmosphere, feel, structure of the program a personal fit for you? If you can answer these questions with sincerity and detail, not by reciting, but by discussing them in an informed way, you've probably done your homework. Now, once you truly understand what your target program has to offer and how you'll benefit from and contribute to it, incorporate those ideas into your essays and potentially into your interviews as well. It's fine to quote students, mention specific classes, and describe the culture. This will enable you to demonstrate not just your interest, but your knowledge of what makes the school special for you. Okay, so we've talked about how to discuss your interest. Let's talk also about how to determine which schools are a good fit for you. Be sure to check out mbaMission's free insider's guides and take a look at our series on how to select the right MBA program for you starting now.